Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
Hey there, everybody, it's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Speaking of friends, I got two of them right with me. Jonny Danger, aka the Late Night Hammer. I see that there. Who knew? And Trevor Hillstrom, aka, how you feeling, Trevor? You're muted. That's how you're feeling. You're muted. You are muted. You are muted. And I didn't even mute you. This wasn't
There
like one of those last episodes.
I don't know what happened there, but my neck don't hurt. It's the shooting pain that you get in your shoulder blade and your trapezius muscle because everything is healing. But the neck feels good. I just can't bend it much. I gotta actually wear this case a little bit more than the other one. But
well, we're glad you're with us, and we're glad you're with everybody a couple of days before Christmas. Danger, we'll do a little Christmas slate. We'll do a first look at the main slate. And if people have a question or two about their seasonal leagues, hey, probably answer those as well because we're diehards. That's what we do. And it's the last week of the season for everybody.
That's right.
So this could be one of the worst Christmas slates I've ever seen, guys. Is there one game? I mean, I know Trevor wants to watch his Vikings, but is there one game worth watching?
I don't want to watch them.
No. It's horrible.
No, I don't want to watch the Vikings. That Giants game that I watched on Sunday, that was the worst football I've seen in years, and my team finds a way to win these meaningless games and blow draft position.
Can I tell you something? The Giants should never have played Jackson Dart. If you weren't going to let him throw the football, why play him?
Yeah, they weren't going to let him throw. And then when he did go back to throw, he was under pressure.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And they're not letting him run either. I mean, he's not running, so.
All right, let's get to the Christmas slate, guys. Cowboys, Commanders. Is there anything we're doing in this game here? Trevor, you like it at all?
Well, if you're going to play the slate, you got to like this game because that's where your higher weapons are. You know, your best receivers are from this game. I like the receivers from both sides. And I like Javonte Williams. I mean, there's two backs on this slate. It's going to be Gibbs and Williams that are the guys that – I know Williams hasn't really done much in a while, but if you're going to play the slate, I mean, this is the one you got to look at. It's got the highest total too. I mean, what are you going to? You got to play it. You got to play the receivers from both sides. I think.
Danger, are you playing? Is this the game that you're just going all in on, or do you have any line? What about Justin Jefferson? I mean, I know he's got Brosmer there, but he's playing for incentives.
Yeah, I mean, I think you always look at incentives. I don't have those up for this week. Hopefully you do, so we can take a peek at it for the main slate for sure. Yeah, I think it's who you picking. Is it Lamb? Is it Pickens? Can you fit them both in? Is there enough value elsewhere to play? Can you put Dak with them? I don't know. Javonte worries me a little bit. He's a little banged up.
Yeah.
Can I get Dak, Pickens, Lamb, and Gibbs in? I don't know. I don't think I can, but.
You'd have to play hope that Xavier Scott from the Vikings gets a lot of action and hope for a lineup like that. Jefferson's 88 yards from 1,000. That's their goal. The coach has mentioned he wants him to get his 1,000 yards. I don't know if they want to do it all this week and wait for the Packers the following week, but I would think they'd want to get it all done this week and not even worry about the Packer game. But that coaching staff, if they find a way to beat Detroit somehow, they'll try to get over 500 in that last week and have a 9-8 season and then they can celebrate.
Well, Lou says JMO and Sutton are the way to go on Christmas. What about Lamb? You mentioned Pickens. You didn't mention Lamb, Danger.
No, I said, who do you pick? Can you do them both? Which one do you go with? I think Jameson is the right answer at 6,400. And pairing with one of those two guys, I do like Sutton. Part of me worries that Denver is blowing Kansas City out and rests the fourth quarter. But I mean, we can see that, right? The Niners did it, and they got their points before they rested their guys. The Bengals did it; they got their points before they rested their guys.
Another thing that's tough about playing star players is it's hard to get away from that Broncos defense, paying up for that Broncos defense in this one too. So that cuts into your player pricing, and I think Gibbs is almost a lock play.
Gibbs is a lock play.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see that thing with Montgomery where it's like the lock, it just had his jersey there? I mean, does that mean he's checked out? Is he done? Is he gone?
I don't know. I didn't see that, but he did get 14 carries on Sunday, didn't he?
It just had, I think it was his locker. It had his jersey, his name, and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not coming back next year.
Doc, here's the thing for me. And Trevor said, he thinks you've got to get Denver's DN. I don't think you do. I think you can play Dallas. I think you can play the Lions. I think you can play any three of them. The Lions are pissed. They got embarrassed by Minnesota and Detroit earlier this year. I was there for that. It was a beautiful thing. The first time they've lost back-to-back games in 4 seasons, I think they can come out and put a stomping on them. So, I think
they could because it's Brosner, but I don't care how pissed they are. They suck. They just let the Pittsburgh Steelers run right. They let 2 crappy ass backs run over them last week. I mean, they suck.
Trevor's not wrong, Danger. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. And by the way, I do agree, Trevor. Xavier Scott might be the smartest play of the week because I can't imagine that Aaron Jones is getting that many carries.
Well, yeah, it's for a guy that plays as many lineups as I'm going to probably throw at this stupid slate, I'm going to have to need it.
All right. Is there anything else to be said about this slate except I might be watching more NBA?
I won't be watching any NBA over this. I'd rather watch paint dry.
All right. Let's get to let's real quick. Saturday. Texans, Chargers. Who do we like in this game?
I'll take the team with the better defense than the Texans. Even though the Chargers have better skill weapon players, I think. But I just like the Chargers. I like the Texans and how they're playing.
I like the Texans too. I think the Texans need this one. Chargers play zone. I mean, the question is, will they pressure Stroud enough? That I'm not sure. If Stroud has time, he'll pick him apart. And Danger, who do you like in this one?
I'm taking the home team, guys. Taking the home.
The Chargers.
Do you like Nico in this one?
I do.
Because he didn't have that big breakout week they were predicting last week. I think this might be the week he really hammers it down.
I like Nico. And then the Packers. Who's going to be the quarterback for the Packers?
I don't know. I think they're better with Malik Willis. I do.
Willis hurt too?
You're not better with Malik Willis. Come on.
I think they are because he can move. He gives them more dynamic ability.
Do the Ravens have any chance in this game?
Sure they do. Was Lamar playing?
I don't know. I mean, that's why no offense. I don't like doing these shows so early in the week because we don't know anything, right? We know what we think we know. Is Lamar playing? Is Love playing? Is Willis playing? It's everything just unfolds. And so it's,
I don't know anything come Sunday morning half the time.
Yeah. And then you put in 1,000 lineups and you know how to make money. All right. Let's take a look at the Sunday slate. Let's kick it off, guys. Only 9 games on this one. And you've got Arizona and Cincinnati at 53.5. You've got Indianapolis and Jacksonville at 48. And you've got Miami and Tampa Bay at 45.5. Trevor, are these basically the only 3 games you're playing, or is there another game that I'm missing?
Those are the 3 that I really like. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, that's going to be everybody's going to go that way. So I might have a little interest in that Giants Vegas game, as sick as that's going to be, because they have cheap pieces in there that, that game could be better than we think because both defenses stink. But for the most part, I want to be on that Cincinnati Arizona game.
Danger, what are your thoughts? Are you on those 3 games, or am I missing something? Because Trevor mentioned the Raiders. Genty might be a generational play this week.
Yeah, I mean, the Sims were right about him last week, right? So, finally, we saw that same thing with Breece Hall. They wanted him every single week. He did nothing. He had one good week. We saw that out of Genty again. I like that. I like the Genty call. I like anybody against the Giants. I might be a little different and play Drake May Henderson combination against the Jets and stay away from Burrow. But I don't know. It's really hard for me not to click Burrow, Brown, and Chase and just call it a day and see what I can mix and match with them.
I don't know if you guys saw this on the incentive part. almost every Patriots receiver has incentives. So Diggs has big incentives. Mac Hollins has incentives. Hunter Henry has incentives. So, Travion Henderson may not even play. So this could be one of those weeks where a May and Patriot onslaught feels about right, Trevor. Is that a crazy thing?
No, it's not crazy at all. And Stevenson, it would be a really good play if Henderson's out. So, yeah, I like that. I will just to get back to the Jonny thing, I'm going to be playing him. I do have some skepticism. I mean, it is a good matchup, but the 20 of his 25 points would have run 2 plays last week. 2 plays.
Yeah, but the Giants are terrible.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to play a lot of Genty. I'm just cautious because all his action came on 2 plays. That was it.
Okay, it's true. All right, let's get to the positions here, guys. At quarterback, it's Josh Allen against Philadelphia. He had a bad week last week, and this is the 4:30 game. Is this where Josh Allen gets pushed, and it's going to be better danger?
Yeah, I think so. I think Allen's a great play. I think they can embarrass the Eagles. I think they can knock the Eagles right down. I like Allen and Cook together. Forget trying to put a receiver. And just trying to stack up 80 points on the late night hammer game, Doc.
Trevor, are you in on Allen Cook, or is this one of those where it's Burrow, Chase, McBride, and you'll figure it out?
No, I think Allen could be a very good pivot because this is a big game, and I think I worry about Buffalo's. The receiving core just isn't that great, but he's got to do a lot with his legs, and he can do it against Philadelphia. So he's going to have to run 1 or 2 in, and this could be the spotlight where he runs 2 in. Could
be. By the way, Gabriel said, don't worry about the incentives. He did it last week. Gabriel, I think you were too soon on the incentives. The incentives start to come week 17 and 18, especially week 18.
Here's the thing, Doc, is when I've got money on the line at the end of the season, I've done very well, and it's by playing teams and games that matter. And this Philadelphia-Buffalo game matters.
Right. But, look, I remember a million years ago, didn't Matt Flynn throw like 6 touchdowns against the Lions?
He did.
Crazy things happen.
For sure.
Look, I think Joe Burrow wants to go out playing a lot better than he did. So to me, I really feel like Burrow Chase is going to hit this week. Like 2-3 touchdown craziness hitting. And I don't want to miss out on it, Trevor. I've got foam all over the place. You there, Trevor? I think Trevor's frozen. Hasn't moved a muscle in seconds.
We lost him. I'm with you, Doc. I think, you look, come on, they've got a 30-point team total. 30 points. We don't see that often. We just don't. I like them a lot. It's going to be, I think what's end up going to happen, and I think I'm going to play probably a 20 lineup max tournament, and I'm probably going to split it between Burrow, Allen, and Drake May. Probably heavier on Burrow than either. Because I think you're right. I think, not only is he playing to prove that he's got it, I think he really wants out of there. And he's showcasing as best he can.
Right. I'm with you on that. I think I don't blame him one bit. It's interesting. You mentioned you're playing the 20 max. Is this a week where you would lay off because there's only 9 games? There's like 3. Would you back off a little bit money-wise? Or you're like, hey, there's only 2 weeks left. I'm going to throw it all in.
You know what I like even better, Doc? 3-game slates, 4-game slates. I love the short slates. It's my favorite way. I like it. I like it shorter. I think the 9-game slate is positive for me. I think you can eliminate a lot of these games pretty easily just based on what the team needs, what the game means. I like it. I like it this way. I'm in.
All right, let's get to the running backs here. Achan is going to be 8,500 against Tampa with a young quarterback who didn't look so hot. Mm-hmm. Cook is second against a tough Eagle defense. Jonathan Taylor, who hasn't looked good in quite some time now. Mm-hmm. Do we want to spend up? And then we go to Barkley, who's playing for those incentives. I think he needs 83 yards against a bad Buffalo run defense. Mm-hmm. Chase Brown looks good. ETN, I think that Barkley to Genty, that little spot there looks really strong, Danger.
It really does. I mean, the Sims right now are saying the number 1 play on the slate is Genty. The number 2 play on the slate is Taylor. I don't know. Taylor looked bad last week. I mean, the 49ers got 3 defensive backs back in that game. So they did look a little better at times. I mean, they got torched by Phillip Rivers for most of the game, but besides that, they held Taylor in check. But maybe they got torched by Rivers because they wanted to hold Taylor in check. So yeah, I like that a lot. I like Chase Brown up at the high end. I like Cook. I just said that earlier. Stevenson, if Henderson is out, it's kind of a smash.
Trevor, how high will you go on the running backs? Will you go up to Cook or Taylor, or do you want to be a little cheaper?
I want to be cheaper. Taylor, their offensive line is banged up. That's their big problem. They can't block up front. Cook does interest me, but I want to be that. I want to be on pace, so it's gonna be hard for me to get Cook in there, especially when Irving is in a good spot. Genty, ETN, you got Brown, you can go Carter even. You got Stevenson, Tracy. Tracy would be an ugly play, but I'm going to be playing him a little bit. So I want to be on the cheaper side.
What about, let me ask you a question. What about Dylan Sampson? Right? Because Judkins is done. He had his surgery, I think, today. If Sampson's not there, would you play Raheem Sanders or either of these guys in play for you, Danger? Are the Sims liking them at all?
No, they hate them both. I don't know. I hear you on Bucky. I don't have a positive thing to say here right now. Bucky's dead to me. I keep trying and he keeps failing. I can't do it again. Maybe I'm wrong, but they did price him down. He's getting lower and lower on the price. I don't think I like any of the really cheap guys. I mean, I loved Gainwell last week. He, paid off for me. But I don't know. I don't have a feeling. I don't like these Cleveland guys, Doc.
Trevor, do you disagree with Danger? Because somebody's got to run the ball in Cleveland.
I like him more for price.
I can't bring him. Yeah.
Sorry, Trevor, you're breaking up, buddy. All over the place.
Trevor, go figure it out and come back in, okay? All right. I think you're wrong, Danger. Sometimes I think it's opportunity. So, like, Dylan Sampson's got game. Do you remember week 1 when Judkins wasn't even there, how good he looked? And I think everybody's looking at Pittsburgh and saying, Pittsburgh looks so good. They dominated Detroit. This has letdown week written all over it. All over it.
Sampson injury worries me. I don't know. They're just they're not a good team. And if he's not healthy, it just worries me. It worries me, Doc.
Tracy's interesting. What about Michael Carter against Cincinnati?
Yeah, I mean, how did Marv look? I wasn't able to catch that game. Did Marvin Harrison look good or not? Did he look bad?
No, not really.
Yeah. I could see Carter getting more involved. I could definitely see Carter getting more involved. 5,200.
I've got one for you, Danger. This is one that nobody's going to play, but they should. How do you beat the Seahawks? You can't run on them, but you can throw on them. What about Chuba Hubbard getting the week that people probably thought he was going to have?
Yeah. I mean, I actually, was kind of looking at him already. So I like that. He's in consideration for the tipsy pick. I might be in on that. That's a good call.
I think that's interesting. Trevor, hopefully you're with us. Do you like
nuts?
Do you like Chuba Hubbard as a sneaky play?
No. Not really. No, maybe.
Seattle lets up a lot of receptions.
I haven't given him much. Yeah, that's true too. If I'm going to pay for him, I'll pay a little more for Carter.
All right. Those are the two guys we talked about. All right. Let's get to wide receiver here. Is there a world where Jamar Chase is not? Do we like JSN? So let me just start with this. Jamar Chase, we agree, is a great play. JSN plays a cover 3 defense. I mean, this should be right up his alley. Seattle needs this game. They don't want to mess around. They want to win this division. Trevor, could I play both JSN and Chase?
You can do it, but you're going to have to pay down at quarterback, and you're going to have to pay down at running back for sure. And you're probably going to have to do 2 tight ends. But if you want to take that chance, I mean, both of them are going to have to score 30-plus points for it to work. I'm not going to be on JSN much. I think teams are learning you can do a little bit more to cover them maybe. Because they don't have a whole lot of other options to pass it to. And finally, maybe by week 15, teams realize to double cover the guy.
So, I mean, are you going to have one of those two? Will Chase, if you did 50 lineups, will Chase be in all 50?
45.
Danger, how many will you be in?
Probably half, just because I like so many other players. He's so expensive. I like JSN a lot, Doc. I'm not going to lie. Seattle needs this bad. Right now, Seattle's in the driver's seat. They went out. They get the number 1 seed. They got to finish their season with San Francisco. That's going to be tough. It's going to be in San Fran. They got to win this game, and I think it's JSN to get it done. And everybody's going to be so much on Chase and some of these other guys. I think you might get a little depressed ownership on JSN.
I think so too. By the way, I agree with Heat. If the Ravens lose, why the Steelers need to play anybody?
Yeah, they don't.
All right.
So we'll know that by Sunday, so that's good.
Yeah. All right. In that next grouping, Mike Evans, Michael Wilson, T. Higgins, Waddle, Smith, McMillan. I kind of like Stephon Diggs, Trevor. I think that's my next stop down. But I don't think that there's any receiver in that top end outside of JSN and Chase that I need to have. Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree. There's, the rest of them are kind of mishmash. I kind of like a Lobby, but his price is coming up at 7,200. But I do like him. Other than that, there's a lot of guys on this slate that you could go with. I mean, there's a lot of players in good spot there in the 5,000 to 4,000 range, but you can't trust those guys either. But they're in good spots. But Chase is just the guy I trust the most, and those mid-tier guys, you're just kind of hoping.
Danger, who are the Sims liking this week? Is there anybody? Am I wrong about that 7,000 to 6 to 7,000 range, which I just think feels like you're going to get lost in there?
The only real 6,000 range that the Sims are enjoying is T. Higgins, just because they think that game's going to go crazy. And then surprisingly, Wan'Dale Robinson, number 9 hero rank at 5,700, top 10 hero rank. That's something to dig into.
They had him there last
if the Giants pass the football.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Hero had Tucker up there too for a cheap play.
That's who I like.
Yeah, I haven't got down that low yet, but yeah, Tucker made my first lineup. In the Danger DFS League, when I make those contests, it prompts me immediately to make a lineup, and so I always put one in, with no research, I just go right down and gut feel, and Trey Tucker was in there.
He was in there for me. You know who else made it my lineup? Crazy pick here, guy. This is a Tipsy's pick for galore. Adam Thielen.
Yeah, I have him circled because DK's out.
And Austin's hurt.
Somebody's going to catch the ball.
Mm-hmm. Austin's hurt. Yeah.
Now, I don't know whether they play Thielen if they don't need the game. Maybe it's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I don't know. But I think Thielen is going to be, for 3,400, I'm interested.
I don't think they'll rest Thielen. Thielen wanted to trade because he wanted to play. He's going to tell him, let me play. This is his end. This is his swan song. He doesn't want to sit.
What about Jacoby Myers, who looks so good, guys? Trevor Lawrence went from bad to mediocre to he looks like a top 5 quarterback right now. Is Jacoby Myers in play danger?
I mean, yeah. I mean that the problem is so is Parker Washington. Parker Washington's really stepped up over there. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's good for Myers. Parker had 20-something fantasy points last week. So
we'll remember the matchup.
It was the matchup, but sometimes defensive people look at it and go, man, this guy burned the last team. Maybe we got to give him a little bit more coverage. I don't know. But I like that game too. I like a lot of games. The more I talk about this, Doc, the less of the Cincinnati Arizona game I may play. Because what if that game busts? What if that game busts? Come on.
There's no way that game busts. 0.
Another thing that's helping Lawrence, you know what else is helping Lawrence? Is there finally, me and you, Doc, have talked about this for, it seems like forever. Get Etienne involved in the passing game. And he's had like all these receiving touchdowns of late. And now they're finally getting him involved in the passing game. And that helps him a lot too.
Do you remember when Josh Allen came into the league and he was so inaccurate? And what they did was they brought in Emmanuel Sanders. They brought in Stephon Diggs. They brought in supreme route runners. Jacoby Myers is always where he needs to be. So Trevor Lawrence just has to just throw it to the spot and he'll be there. Brian Thomas is not always in the spot. That's the problem. But Jacoby Myers is, Parker Washington is, right? When you've got guys like that he trusts, Trevor Lawrence looks a whole lot better. And Liam Cohen is a genius.
It's just too bad he sunk a lot of my seasonal leagues early in the year. And now I can't reap the benefits because my teams are out.
It's true. No, it's totally true. All right, Danger, if we go further down, and we're always looking for a guy. I know I mentioned I gave out
Thielen.
What about Rashid Shaheed? Your boy, Chamari DK. I love Mac Hollins this week. Jets run a lot of man coverage. Mac Hollins, I think it's 4 receptions for a $500K or something ridiculous. And Pop Douglas and Boutte are not healthy. Any of these guys, Danger?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say one you didn't say. Cooper Kupp is actually bouncing up in the thing. He scored, 8, 9, 10 points every week the last few weeks. They need this game. So he's up there a little bit. I don't know if I go DK. I always like DK. I think he's due for a big return, and that always helps. Mac Hollins is right there. He's just above Trey Tucker. So, these guys are popping. There's some value to be had. We can go down into that 4,000 range.
Trevor, I know it's dangerous to use too many of these bad receivers, right? But if you want Jamar Chase, if you're playing Burrow or Josh Allen, if you're playing Saquon or Genty, you're going to need to do that. When you're threading the needle, how many of these guys can you risk in a lineup? One is fine. Is 2, 3, 4? How many can you risk?
If you're playing 3 lineups, it's pretty hard to do. I mean, you have to play a lot of lineups like I do, or you can mix and match and try to find that right combination that's going to really peg your lineup. So, but I played a single entry, and the first one I had, I could get down to Myers and Tucker. And Myers isn't extremely expensive, but you can play 130 and 100. You're just going to have to use a tight end flex. I think the flex is the tight end that'll help you in your receivers. So I'm only going to play one cheap receiver.
Okay. I mean, look, I think you can use 2 of those cheap receivers, but I mean, can you do Mac Hollins instead of a tight end, or is that too risky?
You could do that. It depends on where you're going to be. I mean, my lineup here has Warren in the flex, but if I played Matt Collins, I could move from Stevenson up to Bucky Irving or another back too. So, I mean, there's options.
Look, I think you can also take a look at Phillip Rivers. The number one wide receiver there with Phillip Rivers has been Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce is 4,700. The de facto number one in Las Vegas is Trey Tucker. He's 3,800. So, I mean, you got these guys who are kind of de facto number ones in their teams at the moment that are severely underpriced. I mean, I think Trey Tucker at 3,800 is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So he might be a lock.
He feels like a lock, but let me just throw something out, Danger. What about Jack Best? This is a guy that they second round pick. Do they start letting him play? Because Tyler Lockett's done. Okay, Tyler Lockett's done. And I love Trey Tucker. I'm not knocking it because the Giants are bad back there. But I mean, are there other guys? You could say no.
I mean, look, I'm just looking. Okay, look, I run these sims constantly. It's what I've done the last few years. I've kind of abandoned, Johnny Danger's gut feelings, and I've de factoed to trying to get good with these numbers. And they tell me Trey Tucker is the number 21 ceiling play wide receiver on the week at $3,800. Okay. That's really hard for me to walk away from. It's really difficult.
Trevor, if you're playing 100 lineups, how many is Trey Tucker in?
35.
How many is Jacoby Myers in?
35.
The same lineup.
No, not the same lineup, but you're gonna have to play one of the guys, and I'll probably have Thielen and probably 15 or so. It's just
I'm with you on Thielen. All right, let's get to tight ends. Trey McBride needs 7 catches, guys. Does he get to 7 this week, Trevor? Is he?
Yeah.
If you're playing 100 lineups, is he in the same 95 as Chase?
Pretty much, yeah. Yep.
Live and die with them and figure it out after that?
Live and die with it and figure the rest out. And that's why, when you play a lot of lineups like I do, I'll have a lot of those lower priced receivers spread out. But, you can go with McBride. And I think this slate you can find a tight end that you can put in your flex that'll help you out.
Danger, how much do the Sims love McBride this week?
I mean, he's not the number one optimal just because I think it's the pricing is there.
Who is?
They got, let me see here. Bowers is ahead of him. And Harold Fannin is basically back and forth with him. And then Hunter Henry after that. But I think Trey McBride gets 12 to 14 targets. I think they force him those 7 catches minimum. Cincinnati's the worst team against tight end. How many wins do they have, Doc? 3, and they have like 400 passing yards a game. They just sling the ball. Oh.
I like Hunter Henry as a flex. Hunter Henry is going to score this week.
I'm going with Ty Warren as my flex in a lot of lineups. I know he hasn't had a lot of fantasy points, but Rivers did give him 9 targets last week. He didn't get to play with Rivers in the first matchup, and Jacksonville's terrible as a tight end. I think if he gets 9 targets against Jacksonville, he'll probably get 6 or 7 catches.
That's true. I mean, Indianapolis is bad. And both teams are not good against tight ends, right? Both teams are not good against opposing tight ends. I don't hate Brenton Strange. Look what George Kittle did last night.
That too, yeah.
George Kittle was
fantastic.
fantastic.
The other tight end, Tongas, was wide open too.
Who? Oh, Tongas was open, right?
Oh, yeah. That was a touchdown, by the way. That
sure was.
That was a touchdown. Didn't matter. They threw a touchdown the next play.
It did matter because it gave CMC another freaking touchdown that's hurt me in my showdown slates.
You know what I did last night, Doc? I played not a single lineup and just sat on the couch and enjoyed my team's play.
There you go.
Boring.
Danger. What about Taysom Hill?
I mean, I think Heat's brought him up or somebody in our chat likes him. Yeah, I mean, sure. He's fine. They got a ceiling rank at almost 11 points. That's not awful. They did get him more involved last week, which is gross. But no.
By the way, can I refresh your memory, my friend?
Mm-hmm.
We were in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say to you, what do you think about Taysom Hill this week?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I think he's washed.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Had a feeling. It was one of those games when there's no Neal, no Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
In comes Taysom Hill. I don't like the dude, but they love him. And this may be his swan song there.
Well, to Danger's defense, they did a dirty play in New Orleans last week with Hill just to get him a touchdown to end it. I mean, that game was over, and they threw a 38-yard touchdown pass to Olave when the game was over.
So do you think that's the end of Taysom Hill? Have a nice life. You caught one, you threw one, you ran one, whatever it is. Bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
All right.
Well, for 2,700, he's worth playing. He's not worth playing on FanDuel. FanDuel has him priced all the way up to 6,800.
Woo.
I mean, look, I'm going to play. I'm going to try to slam a couple of big lineups in, and I'm going to need an under $3,000 tight end. So he might make a lineup, Doc. 1. If I play 20, he'll make 1.
Okay, that's about right. 10% of my lineups, maybe 10%.
10% seems high.
All right. Defensively, New England's going to be close to $4,000 playing a bad Jets team. Are we paying up?
It's going to be tough. Going to be tough to pay up with the guys that I like. I'm looking at the Titans once again. The Titans defense, we're going back to that same game there. I'm kind of going with the Titans because they are cheap.
Who do the Sims like, Danger?
Sims like the Browns, Sims like the Titans for value. And then they like the Seahawks, they like the Saints on the top end. They like the Patriots, of course.
What are the Browns are at 2,500? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm looking at the FanDuel price.
Browns
are almost a lock.
Yeah.
A lock.
What if Aaron Rodgers is out?
Yeah, lock.
Oh, yeah.
And Myles Garrett gets a sack record against Mason Rudolph. How about
that? I like the Browns a lot.
Celebration with his helmet.
Yeah.
I mean, Browns were the first one I put in, but that was because, the whole DK thing and Rodgers might not play. It was my first gut play, and I like to play cheap. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, 2,500. I mean, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. All right, let's do a lineup, guys. Who is our starting quarterback?
I don't know. Can we start with the quarterback?
For me, it's Joe Burrow, just because I think his floor is safe and the ceiling can be so high. I mean, I know I get Brissett too, but I just think the ceiling is so much higher for Burrow. I mean, this could be crazy.
Let me ask you this. Do I have your permission to just start it with Burrow, Chase, and McBride, and we'll figure it out from there?
Sure.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
All right. So now let's get to running backs. Can Genty fit in this lineup? Would we rather somebody a Stevenson? Do you want to go further down? What are you thinking, Trevor?
I think you can fit him in.
Okay. So Burrow, Genty, Chase, McBride. Danger, you have another running back you like?
I mean, I really like Stevenson. I think even if Henderson is banged up a little bit, Stevenson gets most of the play. I mean, they have to save Henderson for this playoffs?
Oh, I don't think Henderson's playing this week.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I like it.
All right. So I have Burrow, Genty, Stevenson, Chase, McBride. Let's go to – I'm going to put the defense in. I'm going to put Cleveland because Danger had that. So we have 4,400 average. We need 2 receivers and a flex. Who do we like?
Why don't we put our boy Trey Tucker in there to put some money savings immediately?
Definitely put Trey Tucker in there. So now I've got a wide receiver and a flex, and I can average 4,700. Talk to me, Trevor. Do we want to?
I'm just looking at the flex plays here. Tyler Warren at 4,400 is an option. I'm just trying to see what
do you like Bauer? Do you like Bowers? Do you like Fannin?
If we go Bowers, I mean, we're really going to be cutting it on the wide receiver. Well,
do you like Diggs, Shaheed, Mac Hollins, Cooper Kupp?
What do you think of Hollins versus Diggs? You like Hollins?
I like Diggs more, but I mean,
if you like Diggs more, we can go with that. That wide receiver was
3,600.
Can we get Strange for that price, or is he priced too high?
I think he's going to be a little high. He is 4,000. But I could take Diggs out. I'm not attached to Diggs.
Well, if you're going that way, then I think we're looking at Thielen, the guy that we talked about. Then you're really putting at risk with Thielen and Tucker.
Yeah, I think we get off Diggs. Let's get somebody cheaper that we like. Danger. Who are the Sims saying?
I mean, well, we could double stack Higgins and play your stupid Taysom Hill.
No.
Just throwing it out there. No, the Sims like Mac Hollins. They do. So, I mean.
All right, so let me put Mac Hollins in just for argument's sake. Okay.
Now we're doubling up on the Patriots.
Do we still want Stevenson, or is there anybody else you want? Because we have 5,400. Can we get to Barkley? If I get to Barkley, it allows me Thielen, but you may not want to get to Barkley.
I mean,
do you like Chase Brown better than Barkley?
I like Chase Brown.
I was going to say, I really like double stacking that game. You could put Gesicki, who's been good. Arizona's terrible against the tight end. You could put Chase Brown in there.
All right, so if we put Chase Brown in there, we have Burrow, Genty, Brown, Chase, Tucker, Hollins, McBride, Cleveland defense, and now we have 3,900. Your boy Cooper Kupp fits in. AJ Barner fits in. We can drop Cleveland and get to Brenton Strange. Thoughts?
I mean, if we drop Cleveland, who do we go down to? I mean, the Panthers against Seattle at home.
Danger. You would be Miami, or you would be Indianapolis, or you'd be Carolina. No. I don't hate Carolina. He'd like Carolina, actually.
You go to Carolina, then you can get Shaheed, Goddard, Tucker, Downs, Strange.
Who do you like out of that, Danger?
Hold on, let me put the Panthers in here and see what we got left. So we got 43. Shaheed, yeah.
Juwan Johnson, Kincaid, Strange a good play.
I like Strange. I love that game.
I kind of like Strange.
Here's the team right now. Tell me if this team can win money, Trevor. Burrow, Genty, Brown, Chase, Tucker, Hollins, McBride, Strange, and Carolina. Can that win money?
Well, yeah, it can win money. Because Burrow can score 30, Brown can score 30, Jenny can score 30, Chase can score 30, McBride can score 30. Hollins, Tucker, and Strange all can score 15 plus and get close to 20.
So would that team sim well? If we did a sim, he loves it. He goes, I love it. If we did a sim on this lineup, would it be successful?
I mean, I'd take more time on the radio to figure that out, but yeah, I mean, I think I like it. I mean, they love Genty, right? They love Burrow, they love Chase, they love Tucker, they love McBride. Yeah, I think it would rate out pretty well.
I think so too, and I think people are not thinking how bad the Colts are against tight ends. George Kittle was 7 for 115. He could have gone for another 50 yards.
Let's be real about George Kittle. One, he's insanely talented. Two, he'd be 6,000 plus, closer to 7,000 if he could play an entire game without missing full series from being injured every single week.
He's the Anthony Davis of him and Puka Nacua, like Anthony Davis in basketball. Dude's always injured, always.
Yep. I like it. I'm hitting submit. I'm putting it in a big one just for fun.
Look at that. Too. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to follow suit. What should we put in the 555?
Lock and load, Doc.
I thought it meant $5.55. I'm sorry. No, I'm gonna get this lineup in. I like it. You know what? It always feels when you do a lineup early like this.
Feels great.
It's always the best one.
Feels wonderful.
He's putting it in too. Everybody watching. Hey, I want to share with my friends. It is a season of giving, Danger.
That's right. Well, I kept my lineup that I built early last week, Doc, in our family league with the Stroud and the Nico and all that. I won 2 weeks in a row, and I took dead last this week. It didn't work. Turned out that game was won by Houston's D. So, look at that. Justin likes it.
He likes it. All right. If Justin likes it and he likes it and we like it, I'm locking this bad boy in.
I love it.
For sure. All right. You know what else I like? I like spending this time with you guys. I wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas. I hope Santa comes up to the very cold areas of America and hooks you guys. You guys can see him first, right? Because it's so cold up there.
Hey, I got grass out here. It's not even a white Christmas, Doc.
Grass? Holy cow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen grass in months.
Completely melted in the last 3 days.
Wait, you're further north than Danger?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
How many hours?
2 hours from Canada.
How far are you from Trevor?
Oh, if I drove, probably 10 hours.
Oh, wow. He's crazy north.
I gotta go up and around, or I gotta go around a big ass lake, Doc. There's no direct way for me to get there.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours from Canada. I'm from the 2 hours from the most northern part of the country, or our country, which is Ely,
Really?
Minnesota.
It's a
Does it
6-hour
get
drive
light
to
earlier at night, late at night?
What's that?
Does it stay light later at night?
I don't know.
What's the name of your town, Trevor?
I'm in Solon Springs, Wisconsin, which would be a little bit south of Superior, Wisconsin, or south of Duluth, Minnesota. Duluth is like 2 hours from Ely, Minnesota, which is right on the border of, I think it's on the border of Canada.
Oh, look at that. Hollywood is he's championship bound. He's a 6 seed playing the number 1 seed. Good for you, Hollywood. By the way, did I not peg Juwan Jennings pretty close last night for Hollywood?
Really darn good. He was sweating though. He wanted him to go under 20.
Yeah, I was pretty darn close with that.
So Hollywood started 1-5, and I have been. I don't know. Hollywood's listening now, probably. Have I been your binky, Hollywood? Because I have talked you off the ledge and calmed you down all season long. I told you all night last night you had it, buddy. We're gonna get you through this championship too.
By the way, Saints or Lions defense, guys. Trevor, Saints or Lions?
I think you got to go with the Lions against Brosmer, just because Brosmer sucks so bad. They're afraid to throw the ball downfield. They should get some pass rush on the Vikings. And the total, for a Vikings Lions, the total's down to like 43. And it's probably because Brosmer's in there or whatever. So I just trust the Lions defense a little bit more.
And Cam Ward has looked good.
Right, he's getting better.
Cam Ward's gotten better.
Look,
Once he gets weapons, he's going to be a guy.
This kid DK, I think, is turning into a good wide receiver. I like him a lot.
Me too.
Sadly, what they're going to do with him next year is say, "You looked pretty good, kid. We're going to get you off special teams." And
right, but you know what? DK, Io Manor, Gunnar Helm. Give him a couple years. It might turn into something. Yeah,
they need a burner.
They do. They do. Little Shaheed there never hurt anybody. All right, fellas, everybody out there, here's what we're doing the rest of the week. So on Friday night, there will be Friday Night Lights. Saturday morning, 7 to 10 a.m., Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio. It's the last 7 to 10 in the morning spot. Then we go back to 8 to 10 or 9 to 11. And, of course, Saturday night, hopefully Justin will be there for any given entry. Justin, if you're listening, let us know. And then Sunday morning.
Doc, we didn't do the show, and I took last place. Let's just put it that way.
There you have it, right there in a nutshell.
I took second. I was in first for the last 5 minutes.
And then Sunday morning, listen to me now, everybody. Go to drroto.com. If you're in your championship week, you don't know what to do, you come to our Discord. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to spend 90 minutes with you figuring it out. Okay? 10:30 a.m., that's what we do. All right, Justin says back to normal. We should be good. Danger, you're back in the top 3 again.
Yes.
Okay. All right, for everybody out there, very Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all. And we'll see you next week. For Doc, Trevor, and Danger, be well and take care.
Take care.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.